Well, good evening, my lovely people. Welcome back. This is my third video. It is to feed back to you all the data and information that I found out about my 5-day fasting diet from the first 2 days. Now, before we start, I've got something amazing to tell you. So I'm going to tell you something first. Let's get this out of the way. I am not getting paid for this, right? I am not getting paid to stand in front of this camera and do what I'm doing. I'm not getting any financial inducements of any sort. So what I tell you is factual. It's the truth. It's what I'm finding out as I go along. Please just believe me when I tell you the most amazing thing that I found that's happened. Now, after day one, I told you that I lost, it was just very slightly over 4 pounds, which was great, unexpected. I did presume that probably on day 2 there wouldn't be a great deal of weight loss, that things would level out. But however, to my amazement, I found out that this is unbelievable. On day 2, have now lost a further 4.5 pounds. Okay, a further 4.5 pounds. So in the space of 2 days on this diet, fast, it's not really a diet, it's just a fast, I have lost in total 8.5 pounds. 8.5 pounds in 2 days. Now that is absolutely phenomenal. I did share in my video yesterday that I thought the reason for that was because, as I told you, I have a history of living on a vegetarian keto diet. My body is used to being in ketosis, and I think my body has definitely just gone straight into ketosis, and therefore it is burning all that extra fat that I deliberately put on over the last 2 months so that I could do this particular fast. Yeah, that's all I can think. I'm in ketosis and it's burning the fat like nobody's business. I know that it is fat that's coming off. It's not water. It's not just water. Again. No product placement here. Remember, I'm not getting paid for all this, but my trusty little friend that I've had for years, FitTrack, online, 50, 60 quid. Download the app, Hume, Hume, and it gives you all the stats that you need so that you know exactly what's happening in your body. And I know that I'm not just losing water. I did show you in my last video, I told you that I was doing my little Excel spreadsheet, so I'm keeping a track of everything that comes off the app, which is the data that comes up via my little machine. And now subcutaneous fat is going. My subcutaneous fat is going. It's gone down by nearly 2 whole percentage points. Remember, percentage fat, subcutaneous fat, it's here, isn't it? The subcutaneous fat, it's the stuff that you can see. But also the amazing fact is visceral fat. It's what we talked about before. Visceral fat is what's in your abdominal cavity. That's the dangerous fat. It's the fat that coats all your organs. Normally I'm around about 3 or 4 on the scale. That's very low. 1 is the absolute lowest. You would expect an Olympic athlete to have a number 1, a grade 1 on the visceral index, and it goes all the way up to where an obese person would be. Now it depends which scale you use. Okay, on this particular scale that I use, it goes from 1 to 19. If you go online, you'll see scales that go up to 100. It's as usual, it's hard to gauge. But usually I'm a 3 or 4, so I'm way down in the extremely safe zone. I went up to a 7, having spent the 2 months stuffing myself on a typical British diet of junk food. It stayed at 7 for a couple of days, but it's gone down to 6 now, so it's going in the right direction. So when people question, well, what the hell is going on? Well, yeah, I'm burning fat. This diet, this fast, is simply burning fat because the statistics are here. Okay, everything else is okay. I'm maintaining my water levels. Drinking plenty of this. I bought these half-litre bottles. I'm drinking 4 of those a day. I've had 4 of them today, as I intend to do, so that's 2 litres. But I've also bought these little 330 millilitre bottles, because they're handy. Just look at the size of them. They fit beautifully into your hand, and I can carry it around with me. So actually I've had 4 of the half litres, and I've had 1 of these today. So that's over 2 litres. And I'm keeping busy. I'm having my vitamins. Look, I've kept telling you, haven't I, that you need to keep busy. Stay away from the cinema, don't watch the telly. Keep yourself busy and everything will be fine. Stop thinking about food. You don't need to think about food, and all will be good. And I've managed to do that. The only thing I would say is that sometimes it's almost like my body is locked into lunchtime and evening meal time, and I kind of feel a little bit restless at lunchtime and the normal time that I'd have my evening meal. It's almost like my body's saying, well, come on, feed me. And so it's kind of strange thinking, what do I do with myself? Normally I'm sat down here at lunchtime having a meal, and well, I'm not, so I'm having to find something else to do to take myself away from that feeling that, oh, look, it's lunchtime and I should be sat down. So I've dealt with that by just, as I say, just keeping busy, doing anything possible to keep myself busy. How am I feeling generally? Well, do you know what? I've been going 3 days now and I feel absolutely fine. I haven't had any problem. I had a little bit of a headache this morning. Wasn't sure whether that's because I've not been having coffee, or maybe I'd slept slightly awkwardly, or maybe I was feeling a bit dehydrated. I don't know. So I got up and down one of these little 330 millilitre bottles, and my headache has gone away. So that's good. I'm not doing hypnotherapy on myself. I'm not doing meditation. Well, I'm still feeling good, so why should I? If things get tough tomorrow on day 4, then I might have to do some. But at the minute, I'm surviving just with mental strength and resolve and resilience, and I'm doing well. I'm pleased with myself. Great. Now, I want to be quick on this because I want to get right under the 10 minutes, and I'm on about 7 minutes at the minute. Look, I did say yesterday on the video that I would talk about wee and poo, and it's important, this. Look, it's disgusting to talk about it, but we have to, because your poo will give you an idea about just what's going on your insides and how well you are, how healthy you are. Look, when I used to survive on my vegetarian keto and on my raw vegan diet, my poos were great. I had 1 a day, usually in the morning, very regular, and in texture and colour, they were great. They flushed away fine, and you know what? I didn't need to use much toilet roll on my backside to make sure that I was clean before putting my pants up. Okay, so all was good. When I went on to the 2 months where I've deliberately put on weight by having a really typical British poor quality junk food diet, you know, crisps and chocolate and sandwiches and fish and chips and pizzas and even had a few beers, things went the wrong direction. Oh God. Yeah. So look, I started having 2 or 3 poos every day instead of my usual 1, and what was coming out of me was not very pleasant. No, it wasn't indeed. It was not very pleasant, because it stunk. What was coming out of me stunk. Now, when I'm on my healthy diet and I'm having good poos, they didn't smell. I'm being honest with you, they didn't smell, not at all. 2 months eating a typical British diet of rubbish, processed rubbish, mush, my poo started to stink. Sometimes not very nice. We've all followed someone into a toilet. No, I've not literally followed them into the toilet, but we've gone into the toilet after they've been in, and you go, oh my God. Sometimes you want to gip, don't you? You know, you just think, God, Bennett, what is that person? What are they eating? What have they just ate to produce that? Not nice. Well, the typical British diet is my experience. I mean, I've had excessive wind as well. I'll have to put that out there. Again, not nice, but I've had excessive wind. There's been times when I have gone to the toilet and, what's come out of me has also come out with a firm blast of wind, and I have pebble dashed the toilet bowl. Okay, what come out of me and what was left when I had a look in the toilet, not very pleasant, but it resembled a Jackson Pollock painting. If you don't know who Jackson Pollock is, look it up on the internet. He's an American painter who produced these wonderful paintings. And yeah, what came out of my backside and what was left in the toilet resembled a Jackson Pollock painting. Not pleasant. Yeah, everything was going wrong. Now, your gut biome, microbiome, again, look that up on the internet, microbiome. It's what's happening in here with all the bacteria that's doing, breaking down your food and then how that is all being distributed, how it's being dealt with within your body. And if what comes out of you is what I've experienced over the last 2 months, which was unpleasant, smelly, almost like diarrhea sometimes, deep colours, not nice, then your microbiome is a mess. If your microbiome's a mess, then your body is in a mess, your health is not good, and that needs to be sorted out. Since I've been on the fast, day 1 of the fast I had 1 poo, day 2 and day 3 I haven't had a poo at all, but I've not been eating, so I wouldn't expect anything to come out of me. My bowel, my gut is, well, my bowel is probably empty right now, so that's not a bad thing. Okay, as I say, the bloating's gone, the wind has gone, so that's a big plus. I'm no longer uncomfortable. So yeah, everything is going positive. This arm, I said the other day that I was having issues with this arm, did I not? Yes, I did indeed, because it was feeling inflamed and achy. That's gone completely. It's fantastic. This one, do you know what? It's almost mended. 3 days and my elbows are pretty much mended. What's going on there? I think that the typical British diet was causing me problems. It was making my body ache. It was causing inflammation. If you want to look that up on the internet, inflammation, you'll find out horrendous things about the body and inflammation. And I think that's what I was suffering from. Having been on the fasting diet now for 3 days, I'm just about cured, I think. So it's all going in the right direction. Look, I've gone to 12 minutes again. It's amazing how quick, time flies when you've got so much to say. But look, after day 3, everything is amazing. I still feel good. In fact, I feel bloody marvellous. Everything's going in the right direction. I've lost 8.5 pounds. Yes, I damn well have. I've lost 8.5 pounds, believe it or not. If you don't want to believe it, not bothered. It's factual. I've no reason to lie to you. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go to bed and have my usual sleep. And when I get up in the morning, I will weigh myself and then I will update you tomorrow on how much I have lost. Now, hell, if I lose another 4 pounds. If I've lost another 4 pounds, then that will be unbelievable. But we will wait and see. Look, lots of people seem to be tuning into these little videos. I've had not really many, a few people text me about, with comments, not actually put it in on the comments on this particular YouTube cast, if that's what it's called. I don't know what it's called. But if you want to contact me and tell me, any information that's happening with yourself and how you are going. So on that note, I'm really going to get going because we're now to 13 minutes. I've wasted far too much of your evening. So I'll just say, hope it's all going well with you, or if you haven't started, hope I'm inspiring you. So yeah, have a good evening, and we will meet again very shortly. Okay, so good mental health to you all, and yeah, have a good day, have a good evening, sleep well.